This is Unison League. It is a pretty cool free-to-play mobile game. So we've got our friend here, Philo. She's showing us around the place. So basically what this is that it's pretty similar to those games where you have a couple people that go through a linear dungeon and use special moves, but it's a little bit different. Look, first off, I really enjoy this visual style that they've got going here. It's like this, look how cute Philo is, right? And then you have all these characters in the background. Those are all real people, and they all have their own unique looks and everything like that. And it all looks great. I love the look of this game. Battle is even better. See, look, there's so much uniqueness and personality in all these graphics. It's really something phenomenal. So we're just getting started out here. There's been a bit of a tutorial. This is just a bit past that. We're about to join a guild, basically. This game has kind of I can't tell just how involved the storyline is going to be. I don't think it's very... I don't think the narrative is especially expansive, but at the start it is. It's nice. It really helps to get you into the game. Ooh, gem. So that's going to be a weapon that we put on our character. And we actually see it on our characters. That's very cool. A lot of games that have this equipment system don't actually have it to where it shows it on your person. To have it showed on your person is very nice. Though, to be fair, this is the Maple Story kind of look, I guess. It's like the 2D assets. It's very clearly each graphic is separate, and that's what makes it customizable, and it makes it the equipment show on your body is because each piece is you can switch them in and out, as opposed to maybe a 3D model where it's a little bit more difficult. You have to actually have it physically placed on the character, or whatever. It gets very complicated. So basically, this is how we learn our abilities. This part is, I think, needlessly complicated. I actually still don't really understand how to use it. And really, the menu system in this entire game is not that great, because you have to keep in mind that this is being played on a mobile device. This is being played on a phone. A phone, no bigger than, a couple inches by a couple inches. So to have so many different menus do so many different things, it's very confusing. Luckily, I'm playing on, a PC, or I've played this on a tablet. But, just thinking, this must be so bad on a regular phone. And this is the kind of menus and everything you'd see on a regular desktop PC. So this is pretty cool. So it's a very intense, action-y based combat system. Everybody moves at their own pace. Basically, you're only dictated by your cooldown. So notice how that went on a 40-second cooldown. I can use any of my other abilities immediately. It's just I can't use that same ability within 40 seconds. So in that way, it's kind of like a turn-based system, but it's a little bit more freeform. So this is actually not at all relevant to most of the game. This is just a very showy, let's check out all these different characters and all their different weapons and all their abilities, but it's not actually it's not what happens in the rest of the game. So this is a Unison chain. It's sort of like a limit break from Final Fantasy. And what basically this does is once everybody has their limit break or Unison gauge or whatever filled up, one person per I'm not sure if you can actually team with other people yet. I'm pretty sure you can go against other people, but I'm not sure about teaming up. But anyway, so you click the Unison ability, and you do this limit break, super ability summon, and it does a whole ton of damage. It just, kills everybody, because your character is special, and yada yada yada. And there's the weird, crystal assault. So this is where I think I haven't checked out much of the multiplayer, but I imagine this is where it gets multiplayer-y. So if you defeat all of your opponent's characters, you get to move on and do this, you get to basically attack their nexus or base or whatever you want to call it, their crystal. And so you can have that multiplayer, gauntlet, stronghold kind of combat system that's going on here. So it's very cool. I really like that. But for now, I think we just go back to regular questing. Yeah, and the story that starts off in this game is, it's not, it's not groundbreaking 1984, or anything like that, but it's very personable. It's very friendly. It gets you in there, and it really kept my interest. The writing is actually surprisingly pretty good. Usually with these kind of games, they're usually like ports from other countries, and the translation will be just downright awful. But for Unison, like, they actually did a pretty good job of it, actually. And like I said, the Sweelo character, they really flesh out this character really well. And then we also have the guild leader that we see later on, and he too is filled with personality. So they did a great job of writing these characters. That's something I don't often see or even, you know, comment on, or much less comment on, rather. It's just they did such a good job of this, and like this whole experience, really, this whole game is really fantastic. So we're about to meet Lord Falsa, or Salsa, Lord Salsa. So they kind of, you know, hype him up a little bit, and then there he is, man. He's like super anime badass that you'd see like in what is it, Log Horizon 2 or any, you know, MMO, trapped in MMO kind of thing, where like the person who's typically a bit more nerdy is, you know, the guild leader, and he's the you know, there he is. He's very kind of geeky looking, but it's whatever, it's whatever. But all the graphic, like these character model or character portraits or whatever, so good. They're really good. Like that is legitimately like what I would see like concept art or chibi art for Log Horizon. So it's all incredibly well drawn. And then you have this story that's going on in the background. I don't, who cares? I enjoy the character dialogue. Don't really care about the story because it doesn't really, you know, who cares? Monsters appearing, gotta be the hero, and all that. So this is where we actually get into the regular combat. And our adventure is about to begin. We get paired up with a whole bunch of different people. I imagine this is from like guild that we're a part of, and I'm guessing that as you get further in the game, you get better guild members. But for now, I'm just gonna be doing a round of attacks. So this is the meat of the game. It's much more fast-paced than games of similar genre or whatever it is. And the ability system is much more active. It's not just an autoplay and everybody has just a single ability. It's much more active, much more interactive. So they really hit that well. It combines the two genres, the autoplay and then this more player involved, and they really hit the nail on the head with this one. I can absolutely like see if I had to pick any of these kind of games, this would absolutely be the single one that I would. Let's see, what else do I have any problems with it? Music not notable, which is, I mean, it's the case for a lot of these kind of games. The sound effects are okay. Dialogue's great, graphics are great. Admittedly, it's still, I don't know. The animations aren't amazing. It's like, again, it's very clearly like mass-produced animations for, you know, so many different characters. At the beginning, you get to create your own character from, I think it's like Warrior, Lancer, what else? There's a mage, there's a healer, there's all kinds of different classes. And you can, you know, make your character look at whatever you like, whatever. Typical MMO trappings or whatever. or whatever. So there's a lot of like, there's tons of aspects to this game, and every aspect has its own branching off, you know, system that's going on in the background. So login bonus, I can just, you know, skip that. I'm just gonna wait it out. Group quests? What? I don't want group quests. I'm the solo player, man. Don't you know? What are we getting into next? Oh, okay, it's just another quest. Do I actually get paired with more people? Yes, I do. And they're different too, so that's kind of neat. So if you get paired with someone new every time, you get to see the variety of classes and abilities and looks that you can seek out. And also, you can change your class at any time, I believe. So you're not just locked into a single one when you start. So I imagine you can just like power one all the way up and then switch class and then power that one all the way up and just kind of go through each one to max everything out, which is very user friendly. Sometimes a lot of these games will have you like have to buy another account or whatever to play different classes, which is so lame. But this game does a great job. Like, again, it's just there's so many user friendly things, and I haven't felt an ounce of wanting to buy something, but I can totally understand if you want to, because there's lots of items and cause like I'm pretty sure it's pretty much cosmetic based. I'm sure you get additional stats with the better armor, but it's largely cosmetic from what I've seen. And although there's probably like some kind of restriction to how many quests you can do a day, wouldn't surprise me. But typically, you don't even play enough to exhaust that option. So why it's even in games is I don't know. It's just kind of dumb. So we got a whole bunch more stuff. We leveled up, of course. We're gonna be leveling up a lot. Got some more gems. We love those gems. And oh, it's new items. There's even some monsters. I wonder what the monsters do. I'm actually not sure. Yeah, give me that treasure, man. It feels good to be clicking those treasures. Gotta tell you what. Gotta tell you what. Ooh, now we're gonna reforge weapons. And if it's as cool as that looks, then that is pretty exciting. So back into this main screen, you can see all the players again. I love like seeing all the different characters. That guy's got a giant spoon. He's got a giant spoon. Because of course giant spoons are, you know, the most powerful of weapons. And I have no idea what this does. Like a lot of the stuff like isn't explained well, gotta admit. I'm actually gonna collect that. Yeah. But see, like, that red and white Japanese get up there at the bottom. You have some weird weapons in people's hands. That guy's naked. The other guy got a sweet-looking sword. I love that you can see all the different players. And this is where you can change your armor. And it actually changes how it looks, which is very important. I know, like, Guild Wars 2 pretty much survives off the gear treadmill. And so to have another game basically following its footsteps is not a bad idea, because Guild Wars 2, very successful. And it goes through this very long level up animation for some reason. I would be surprised if I actually leveled it up multiple times or something, and just should kind of maybe skip. I don't know. I was thinking maybe you should skip it, maybe you should not. But basically, this is going to be the stronger version of our basic armor, and it actually changes and actually looks pretty cool. And they give us all the free stuff immediately. To get the ball rolling, but of course you're gonna have to do a lot of what do they call it in World of Warcraft? Like, I don't know. But anyway, so you got like some metal knee pads now, so it looks just a little bit cooler. But surprisingly, it does not show on my regular character. I don't know why that is. Maybe that's just I didn't equip it right or something. I'm pretty sure I thought I saw it, but and this stat serum is a little bit confusing. It actually starts the sorting after the item you've equipped. I still don't know what a lot gear cost does. I'm assuming it's good, but I don't know. It says cost. Raising the cost? I don't want to raise the cost. So I'm looking through all these abilities. I got a whole bunch of different things. I imagine, though, it's all going to be very similar. Like, oh, this one does a little bit more damage. This one does maybe a little bit more damage and effect. And then this one does AoE damage, just stuff like that. So it's not going to be anything crazy. But right here, you can switch classes. Archer, Mage, Cleric, Warrior, Lancer. Always go for Lancer, man. Lancer is the coolest freaking class in any game ever. See, and there's a cosmetic, right? So you can have like a very angelic looking chick there. Very cool. Like, a lot of these games have like incredible artists. Like, look at how cool that sword is, man. Look at that. That's so like, these are so damn well drawn, and like that's really cute, and this is all so good. And then that one's very basic. But largely, like, the artists for these games are spectacular, and this one is no exception. Yeah, that's pretty much Unison League. It's a pretty fantastic autoplay without autoplay kind of game that is pretty user-friendly and much more player interactive than a lot of this genre. It's very cool. Definitely one of the better ones. That's it. Thanks for watching.